And what's up, everybody? This is None Defense, host of this YouTube channel, and of course co-leader of the team, Still Unboomable. I like pulling them up for the videos, so let's go ahead and do that now. And there they are. We are the proud owner of 9,549 victory, or force points, with of course our real life leader, Miss Boom Bitch Angie. Say hello, Angie.
Hi, everybody.
You'll have to excuse the bird. He's in all my videos, but he's being particularly rambunctious today. And of course our co-leaders, Bronsoon Nick, officers, Hex Titan. Wait, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, Hex Titan. I'm completely blanked out. Hex Titan, Marshall, Bone, and I think that's everybody. Wow, I'm usually so much better at that. So much smoother. Anyway, this video is a part of the Booming Without Borders campaign. I am visiting with, get it pulled up here, Special Forces with the leader, I'm calling him HT, because I don't know what the heck that says. So if anybody wants to, let me know, go right ahead. So as a part of the Booming Without Borders videos, that's where, for those who, if this is your first time ever watching, this is where I send some of my, well, really as many of my accounts as I can. I try to fill a roster as best as I can, and I'll get as many volunteers that are available from my team, Still Unboomable, and I'll bring over them, and I'll bring over my accounts, and we will, this is the demonstration where we just show how to do what we do. Now, please do not watch the replays and say, oh, well, they were just really powerful and that was it. Like, no, that really wasn't it, friends. It was actually much more complex than that. And I hope I'm demonstrating, if nothing else is gained from this, is just understanding it wasn't about having really strong accounts. Sure, they were there, but it was about using the accounts, knowing what the accounts are capable of individually, and then using them in coordination with each other, letting each one set up the next one. So on this video is where I will then show my attacks, meaning my guys, and we'll show how we put things together, mistakes and all. And I go through and I not only show it, but explain it, and try to do a decent job of explaining why we do what we do. Okie dokie. Pause. So this is High Five. This was me driving this attack. What I want to do is, you'll see High Five regularly. Like, become familiar with this map because you're going to see it a lot. You're going to want to send warriors over here to hit these shock launchers. This machine gun is usually a shock launcher, but today it's a machine gun, whatever. And then you'll want to send some warriors to deal with these rockets. I tried to get all three on my run. I only managed to get two. I'll show that. Then you'll want to clear the front defenses. Okay, so that's 3 attacks. And then we're going to start sending in bigs and let them eat power cells and bomb things. Okay, that's generally how we approach it. And the things that we're bombing are these critical targets back here. So the shocker qualified, the shock blaster, the rocket qualified, the shock blaster qualifies, the shock launcher. You'll see how I deal with these, but these were our critical targets today. So, alrighty, here we go. So this was Matt Dragon driven by myself on step 1, Warrior Shockers. So let's go ahead and play that. You'll notice I threw a little barrage there. That was specifically to clear those boom mines, or shock mines. We drop the smoke and we do a quick flare to that closest power cell because I just need I need a target that I can latch onto. Then I flare to the next target, smoke, smoke. I want you to remember this repetition when talking about warriors: flare, smoke, smoke. Flare, smoke, smoke. I'm then have to commit more shock than I wanted to put down that machine gun, but that's how it goes. I then flare to the shock launcher. Shock the boom cannons, and at that point I'm just kind of letting the warriors work. Just letting the warriors do what the warriors do. And I throw my extra bombs at the critical targets. So in this case it was the shock blaster. There's a term for the members of this team that are watching this video, and we're already seeing that, you know, there's not a lot of you that are really jumping in and participating, and that's okay, because we're going to sort out the ones that are, because that's all we need. Is we just need the guys who are participating, and we just need them all on the same page. That's it, and that's what this training is all about: identifying the guys who are on the same page, or wanting to be on the same page, and then establishing a page to be on, you know, and that's all you do. Okay, so this was Bron Jones, also driven by me. I did most of these attacks, and I don't show off all these attacks to show off. This is demonstration. Please respect that. Like, I'm not showing off. That's not my thing. You notice I wasn't too worried about the rocket fire I was taking. If I could have gone back and changed it, I would have. You know, but that's how it went down. Ultimately, I did get the rocket 1 and 2, so pretty good. You know, by my preference, I want to get all 3. So if I have to grade myself on that, on my personal scale, my standard, I'm going to give myself maybe a 7 out of 10, maybe a 6. You know, it's a weak 7. Strong 6, weak 7. Seems fair. This was Titan. Now, Titan is a real guy from Seattle. He has level 4 Scorchers. So now that we've moved those shock launchers and the rockets, now things are going to start opening up for him to go and clear the defenses. Now, there's 1,000 million ways you can clear these defenses on the attack number 3 on high 5, but since Titan was here and he was willing to go and he had things he needed to do, so we needed to get him back to the big team, so we went ahead and just set this up for him. We were very confident that he would be able to deal with these front defenses. You know, if I have to be critical of him, and I'm required to be completely honest for everybody, I wish he would have flared the cannons, but anyway, he knew what he was trying to do. And all in all, he did a successful job. You'll see he flared the machine gun there, went ahead and finished that off. He could have just, what I try to coach are unselfish attacks, meaning all of your attacks are designed in some form or fashion specifically with the next guy in mind. Like every attack, as long as everybody is attacking with the understanding that this is to make it easier for the next guy, you know, you can really get a lot done. And it doesn't take much. I asked HT, you know, how many guaranteed attackers his team has right now. He says he can guarantee 10 attacks. Okay, cool. Let's just figure out, you know, let's identify which of those guys are paying attention, and that's all we need. Because then once we can get those guys all on the same page, then I promise you, I've seen it several times, participation is contagious. It's a fact. Alright, so this was HT, so he was ready and willing to jump right on in. And we had him on power cell duty. This was just a good, unselfish use of power cells. Now, as we explained, do not use power cells on shocking things. Don't do it. Power cells are for bombing exclusively. That's it. Just don't do it. On my second device, I'm watching, we're taking on Choke Point today. Not looking so hot, but Lord Marshall is in right now, and man, he is doing great. Great job. So anyway, so on this attack, we specifically asked him to not shock rockets. You know, not just accept that he was going to get blasted by that rocket the whole time, and use every ounce of gunboat he had on the critical targets. And as a result, it was a beautiful attack. You know, it was lovely. Now, somebody may look at this and say, oh, well, he should have shocked the rocket because he's losing heavies. We're not really that concerned about his heavies. Or we know he's going to, the attack's going to end at some point no matter what happens, right? So let's use the attack and get the most effectiveness out of it. We need to be dealing with things that are going to be difficult to fight. So that's what we asked him to do. He got some good bomb work in. It looked like he missed an artillery there, but that's going to happen to everybody once or twice. So this was a great attack from HT. Alright. Okie dokie. So then Aziz, he's one of our guys. He was ready to go all Zuka. Now that we've cleared so much that now Aziz is able to just finish bombing this rocket. And if you were there, if you were watching the chat, you'll know that we were discussing this, you know. And we just finished bombing the rocket. Go ahead and just clean up all of this. And that's what he did. Let's speed it up. Went ahead and cleared those mines there. And of course, he, you know, put some juice on that. Was able to finish that off. So again, please, if you're watching this, don't make the mistake of thinking our secret is having big, powerful attacks, because it's not. Especially when I get into the meat of my attacks, you'll see that that's definitely not the truth. Because, you know, I don't have too many super high levels. I mean, they're tough, but it's just I use them effectively, and that's the secret. So great job. Who was that? Aziz? Beautiful. Great job, Aziz. So we're just sticking to high five, you notice. So in real time, after Aziz went in, and Aziz, I had one more of my guys. That was Lord Marshall. And everybody else had went except for Mr. Bombastic, but that's Titan's extra account. But I have access to it, so I actually sent him home. So anyway, Mishu. Mishu is me. I was rocking all riflemen. My favorite personal troop combination is all rifle. It just is. I love a good hookah, love a strong hookah, you know, and I'll use anything. I really will, and you know, because you have to be versatile. But man, I love riflemen. Now watch this. I'm going to slow this down and just watch it in real time. This is the kind of stuff that can be done with riflemen, and a lot of people don't use riflemen in this way. But if you take the time to really understand how riflemen work and, you know, what makes them interesting, then you can really, they can be very lethal assassins. Very lethal. So I just went right in there and just took out that shock launcher like nothing. Just gone. So there we go. And now that was kind of a, you know, I usually say, you know, I like to take pride in the fact that I don't do fancy attacks. That was a little fancy, you know, but you can do it. Like, you can learn that. You can learn the timing of how to do that. So this is Blueberry. Blueberry has 0 offensive statues. But now that one shocker was gone, I knew that the other one wasn't going to be an issue. And again, my goal was just to remove the shocker. I'm not trying to win it on every attack. My goal is just specifically, you know, do a target, complete this objective, whatever that objective is, complete that objective, then figure out what to do next. You know, and that's if there's a secret, that's the secret. Just complete the figure out the objective. Like, go in with understanding what the objective is, complete the objective, then just kind of do what you can after that. But as long as you complete the objective, then you've done well. This is Bronze Troy, driven by myself. I just wanted to go and make sure our buddy Drew, who one of your team guys, and I like Drew, man, Drew's my guy. Like, give me more Drews. Drew was willing to load all Zookas, never run them before in his life. He went all Zookas, or to the best of my knowledge. I guess I don't know that. So, since I knew he was coming, I just wanted to make sure that he had absolute 0 chance of failure. So that's why I went ahead and ran this attack. Was just I could have easily positioned myself to start weakening the core, and I did. But I wanted to make sure that there was 0 chance that Drew was going to have something go wrong. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so that was Bronze Troy. So a little bit later, at Drew's convenience, where was Drew? Drew came in. And Drew, I'm going to give you a golf clap, sir, because you did great. Now, I'm not sure why you barraged those. I don't know what you saw there, but either way, this is what you did. Beautiful. Beautiful work. I mean, there was no way you could have done this wrong. Had you found a way to do this wrong, I would have questioned, you know, you a lot about things. But I knew you'd be able to pull this off, buddy. So thank you so much, Drew. Absolute pleasure working with a guy like Drew. So HT was involved, Drew was involved. Who else was involved from this team? Nunn, your guy Nunn. I know I'm Nunn Defense, but his name is just Nunn in some numbers. He was involved. He just never got his opportunity because he was upgrading a landing craft. And guys, if you're upgrading a landing craft, and you'll know when it's okay to go in short and when it's okay to wait it out. I felt like waiting him out was going to be fine, and we weren't going to be that big of an issue. So, but Drew gets points for participation, Nunn. Nunn does get points for participation, even though he didn't get to attack. So keep that in mind. Nunn's the man. Did anybody else from your team attack? High five. So it was HT and the HT and Drew. Okay, alright, I don't think I missed anybody. So if I did, I'm sorry, but good job, everybody. So that was high five. Now we're going to focus on ballast. So now we had to start opening things up on ballast, getting it set up. And when I do this, I don't always know who's going to get the win at all. I try to, but I don't always know. I just know what needs to happen for the win to occur. And I saw, wait a minute, I missed something. There's a shock launcher there. Got missing. Somebody got it. Alright, here it is. Okay, so this was me, and both of these attacks were me. So I just know that, let me pause it. When I look at ballast, what I'm often looking to see is sometimes you're going to want to go left. It's just, it's the path of least resistance. But then other times you're going to want to go right. And it will come down to experience. You'll need to know what your guys can do and things like that. But remember, we're opting at a pretty high level for you guys. Once we get back down to the training phase, we'll be in ops that you'll be able to accomplish much easier. But I'm just going to demonstrate through coordination, you'll be able to beat harder ops than what you've been doing just by working together. That's it. Alrighty, so anyway, so what I wanted to do is I found that the path of least resistance, believe it or not, is actually over here, and we just got to remove this, and these, and then then I knew we would be able to send Lord Marshall in we have to move these, right, and then we had to move this stuff for him, and that's what we did. So let's go ahead and show how the process works. So just warrior in this. Man, that bird. If anybody wants a bird, he's a beautiful sun conure. Alrighty, so that was that. Not absolutely perfect, but the goal was to remove one shock launcher, one SL down. So now we're going to go in with Muffin. Alrighty. And I've heard complaints about warriors from people who don't understand the team focus of attacking operations, and they see warriors as weak because they only can destroy one thing at a time, 1 to 2 things. Like, well, yeah, that's true, pal, but look at the things that they can remove. They can remove some really tricky stuff. Really tricky. Alrighty. So, 2 shock launchers are down, and a rocket is down. So now we're going in with Meezer. Meezer is with loaded, this is me, and this is, of course, all riflemen. Pause. This is where a lot of people would say, whoa, man, you cannot go with rifle with all those rockets around. You just cannot do it. It's suicide, and only an idiot would try. Ladies and gentlemen, I am that idiot. Let's see if it's truly suicide. Gonna let that smoke clear, shock all that, and then boom, I'm in business. Now I'm able to go in and get maximum effectiveness, and that was with just a little level 40 account, not super strong, just whatever. He is what he is. He is what he is. The reason I choose riflemen in some cases as opposed to all Zuka is when I need their speed. You can group Zukas together better, but the rifleman's speed. So it's, again, that comes from experience and how comfortable you are with the troops, how familiar you are with the attacks. Let's see. 1 second here. Just got to answer a question on the other side. Alright. So anyway. That was... Okay. So then this was Recruiter. Alrighty. So, just dropping over here. My goal is to get right here. And we're just clearing that. Okay, tell you what's going on our real team at the moment. Apparently Big Braun wants to do something stupid. I like brave and stupid. I'm a big fan of brave and stupid. Because we can, here's why I like brave and stupid, because you'll either do it right, you know, it'll go great, and everyone will look at you like you're the best guy ever and you'll be a hero, or we'll learn that crap just doesn't work and let's never do that again. Okay, so anyway, alrighty. So so that's happening over here on Still Unboomable. This one, however this goes, I'm gonna have to do a video of it since I've talked about it out loud on video. So, alright, so and then that attack was specifically, oh excuse me, then we send in Recruiter once again, all Zukas. Boom boom. Or did we watch this one already? I think we did. Yeah, I missed something. It doesn't matter. The point is, we had some really decent attacks. And by we, I guess that's me, but whatever. And then my buddy, real life buddy, Lord Marshall, with his level 6 and level 6 Scorchers and level 16 tanks, went in. Okay, so our buddy Braun, let me tell him good luck, because he's going in. And he's drunk. Well, that's alright, because that's Braun. Like, that is Braun. So I've just told him good luck, and I don't think it's going to work. And I don't even want to try to describe what he's going to do, so I just need to stop talking about it, but it's not going to work. I'll report on that in a bit. So anyway, so with Lord Marshall's attack here, this was just a matter of knowing that he was going to be able to handle all of this. I didn't think he was going to win, but I didn't think he was going to not win either, you know, but I knew he'd be able to at least open it up. And that was all that was needed, you know. Had he just went in and opened it up and I had to commit one more attack to it, which I was prepared to do, it would just have been a matter of just shock. That's it. Shock this one shock right here, which would take out this shocker, or excuse me, this laser and these rockets, and then a shock up here to take out those rockets and just hold those things down with none defense, and it's an easy Zuka win. Okay, Bronson is in. Okay. Alrighty, so that was that. So those were where I committed and said that I was gonna, you know, beat those two bases. Those were the big bases, and then leave it in the hands of the other team. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. The next video will be the Task Force Critic, where I'm actually going to look at the other attacks. It'll be a pretty short video because not too many of you went, but we're gonna just knock that out here in a little bit. So I want to thank all of you at home so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that, you know, I hope that this demonstration kind of gives at least an idea of how, with just a simple objective-based attacks, you can take down really hard operations just by, you know, just knowing what your guys can do, and, you know, working within your limits, just knowing all about that. So we're going to continue to focus on that. Guys, I hope y'all enjoy this training. But as always, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Please remember that we are still unboomable, and as always, please be safe. Thank you.